Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Watchlist. Basically, think of this as a monthly TV guide to let you know like what TV shows and stuff is coming up that I'm interested in that maybe you're interested in too. Like always, with everything that I'm talking about, I will be including trailers in the description down below if trailers are available. So let's get right to it. On December 1st on ABC, we have the season 5 premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's going to be a 2-hour premiere, which I'm super excited for. From the little bit I've seen of the previews, they're doing some very interesting things with the premiere. Obviously, like especially the way season 4 ended, specifically like literally the last scene of season 4. It's like, yo, whoa, what is this all about? Hopefully we kind of immediately get answers to what that whole thing was about. Obviously I don't want to talk about it because spoilers and everything, but I'm very interested. Like before, I was always wondering, is that going to be tied into the Inhumans TV show? But I kind of have my doubts. It seems like it is kind of an unrelated thing, possibly, but you know, we just kind of have to wait and see. It's kind of interesting from the tone they've set of it being like almost like a horror-esque sci-fi episode. It's just kind of interesting the way it seems like it's set up like that. Maybe it's not, but from the previews it looks like that, and I just think it's interesting. Like everything I've seen has only been from like that 2-hour premiere. I don't think I know anything about the rest of the season, what is going to be like overall, you know, what overarching story is going to be and everything. I want to say it came out probably Monday, might have even come out over the weekend, but on the Marvel YouTube channel you can find like a 17-minute preview of, I want to say it's the premiere. Like I was like, oh man, that's crazy. But I mean, obviously I didn't look into it because I'm like, no, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to see anything from what I've seen already. I want to just watch it when it comes out. So I mean, if you're interested in it, I will also include it in the description down below along with all the links to the trailers. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Like I said, I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what's in it. I don't know whether it's like 17 cut minutes of the episode that they're releasing early or what. And on December 6th on Sci-Fi, we have the series premiere of a TV show called Happy. I know very little about this. I do know that it's based on a graphic novel. It seems like the overarching plot seems to be like a kind of like cop who's kind of had it rough. It's just kind of become like, I think he's kind of just like a bumbling drunk PI. But basically it's him seeing this imaginary friend of this little girl that's missing, and he's helping the cop find her. Is I think what the overarching story is about. I don't know, like the previews seem like it's a wild and weird show, so it's already got my attention with just that plot. I was like, what is this about? Like I said, I know nothing about this. I've never read the comic or graphic novel that is based on, didn't even know it exists. I actually tried looking it up. I couldn't find it. I mean, to be fair, I didn't look like extremely hard, but I didn't find anything that's like, oh, breaking down the plot. So like everything I know is from what I've seen of the previews, and it's very interesting. I'm super excited to see like what that's all about. It's got Christopher Meloni in it, obviously probably best known for his role as Stabler on Law and Order SVU. And on December 7th on USA, we have the Psych movie, which I had no idea was a thing until like I was looking up stuff for Watchlist last month, and I saw that on the list for this month. I was like, wait, what? Apparently it's taking place, I want to say it was like 5 years after the series finale, which if you've never seen Psych, you need to watch it. It's a fantastic show. You can literally, the entire series is on Netflix, at least the last time I checked. It's a very funny crime drama. If you don't know, basically the plot is like, there's this guy who pretends to be psychic. He's just very good at observing things, but basically that's because he's psyching you out. Like, oh, I'm pretending to be psychic, but actually I'm a fake. And it's him and his best friend, Gus, trying to like, you know, just misadventures, working with the Santa Barbara police, solving crimes and stuff like that. Like I said, it's a comedy crime drama. It's like, I feel like it's the best thing I probably can compare it to is like, it's kind of got a similar tone to Castle, but a lot sillier. It does have its moments of being like very serious, but it's more like, it's very heavy on the comedy side, which I think it makes this show very unique in what it does. So if you've never watched it, like you need to, like I kind of want to rewatch the entire series because it's been a while. So at the very least, maybe rewatch the final season in preparation for it, but I kind of want to run through the entire series since it's been a long time. But a fantastic show if you have not, like from top to bottom, like an impeccable cast. It's so good. So I'm super excited to see what they do with this. It's actually kind of funny. I want to say maybe it's second to last season, maybe even the last season. I don't remember. They did musical episode. So I'm assuming, like, I mean, lengthwise, I'm sure it's going to be like 2 hours or whatever. But I think it's like, if we were to expect anything, it'd probably be something like that. So you've already kind of got previews of what a movie would be like, obviously without the whole musical aspect. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'd add something into it to kind of give a wink and nudge to that. But nevertheless, I'm very excited to see what they do with that. Because it's one of those things where it's just like, you need a little bit more, and it's like they're giving it to you. So I really appreciate that. So like I said, I had no idea this was even a thing. So I'm super excited about that. And kind of continuing the movie train, on December 22nd on Netflix, we had this movie called Bright that I'm very interested in. It's got Will Smith in it. Essentially, it seems like a kind of like fantasy crime drama in itself. It's like a world where like humans and like fantasy supernatural creatures kind of collide. Like, for example, like Will Smith's character is like a regular human cop, but he has like I forgot, because it's been a while since I've seen the trailers, but his partner isn't human. And so it's like basically a show about, I mean a movie about bridging that gap, like, oh, problems between humans and like supernatural or magical creatures. And so it seems like an interesting world. It seems like a very interesting setting, because it's like a world where it's just like, well, they've lived with this for a while, and it's just, I don't know, I'm very fascinated to kind of really see what that's all about. I think there's at least 2 trailers out. Personally, I've only seen the first trailer, just because like I typically try not to watch the like other trailers, because I'm like, no, I don't want to know too much. So, and on December 25th, we have the Doctor Who Christmas special that's coming out. Obviously, like, you know, Doctor Who Christmas specials are a yearly thing, so no surprise there. But this is going to be a very interesting Christmas special, because this is going to be Peter Capaldi's exit, as well as our, you know, slight introduction to Jodie Whittaker as the new Doctor. So I'm super excited about that, to see what's going on. Like, I've read some stuff about explaining what the Christmas special is going to be about, but obviously I don't want to spoil that for anyone, because there was like at the end of series 10 or season 10, there was kind of like a character that popped up. I wasn't sure who they were, but I read some stuff that's like, you know, I don't consider myself like the biggest Whovian. I like Doctor Who, but I've always kind of said this, my experience has been like the reboot / continuation that started in 2005 with Eccleston. I'm not familiar with the original Doctor Who. And that was the final thing on my list. Considering it's December, there's very few things that are like starting and coming out, I think TV show wise, at least the very least that I'm kind of interested in. A lot of stuff is hitting its like mid-season finales around this time, especially a lot of stuff I'm watching. So that's pretty much most of what I saw when I was looking up like what's coming out and stuff like that. Like always, if there's something that's coming out that you're aware of, that maybe I'm not aware of, that you think maybe I'd be interested in, or maybe other people will be interested in, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments down below about like what you know that's coming out. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.